Hello, welcome to object-oriented programming. I am going to do an introductory video and possibly some more videos later on. So just to get started, let's talk about why object-oriented programming. You may have come across functions and realized that a function can save you a whole lot of time because you can use that code block in the function over and over and over again with different numbers going into it. Object-oriented programming is kind of like that. It's a little bit different. What you do is you set up what's called a constructor, and the way I like to think of that is like a template for your object. So for example, if I want to make a ball object, that object has a list of properties, and those properties are what we're going to put in the template. So for example, a ball would have like a x and a y coordinate and like a width and a height coordinate or dimension and a color, and just like everything in the world around you, you can think of as like a list of properties. Like this chair that I'm looking at, it's a red chair with a metal frame that folds up. Like those are all different properties of the chair. And another property that objects can have is methods. And a method is a function. So that just like makes things even simpler, because you can have functions that aren't actually properties of your objects that handle your objects and work on them, or you can have methods that exist within the objects. So now I'm going to do a little bit of coding just to solidify all of those words that I just spewed at you. So I guess I talked about ball objects, so it would be pretty natural to make a ball object. And just like a function, you put in these parameters, but you're putting them into the constructor, and then inside the constructor you're going to use the this dot method to store the parameters within the object that you create. And I think that's enough properties for now. You can put as many properties in here as you want, and then the computer is just going to automatically calculate how much memory you need for all of your properties. See, all of these are integers that are stored in memory, but they're just linked together into this one chunk of memory that constitutes your object. So I said that your this dot notation is how you create properties of the object. Right now I'm writing the template, so there's two of the words that I spewed at you earlier. So this is my method, and I'm going to leave it blank for now so that I can talk about one of the other things I talked about. How do you make an actual object? It's got to be stored in a variable because it's a chunk of memory with all of these variables stored inside of it. If you've ever seen like C++ or some other languages that have the new keyword, that's just something that's going to dynamically allocate memory.